What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Chris Brown. I want to talk about his ex, Karrueche Tran, and this viral photos that is going around. I think there might have been a video as well, where they are seemingly enjoying each other's company briefly while they were out at Coachella, right? Now, people are going to look at this and say, oh, well, it's good that they're getting along and it seems like there's no hard feelings, but I can't let this go. I can't let her off the hook for what she did. She literally, back in 2017, after they broke up, said that he put hands on her, pushed her downstairs, threatened her. Do y'all remember this this photo here? This was after they broke up, right? These photos went viral. I think it was video of it as well. She was leaving a place and he pulled up, right? And then that's when she filed the restraining order. And he never had any public contact with her ever again since that moment. I don't think Chris Brown, and I'm going to speak on this real quick. I don't think in that moment Chris Brown was trying to control her. I think Chris Brown didn't want her to get lost in the industry. He didn't want her to get passed around by all these men in the industry. I think he was looking out for her in his own way. I'm not saying I agree with pulling up on a girl like that randomly, but I don't think he meant her any harm or ill will. Hence why you see this. But it didn't stop her from making allegations towards him. Allegations that still haunt him to this day. Do you know that there are people who hold these allegations against him still? She has not apologized. She has not tried to publicly extend an olive branch. None of that. Because again, I believe she lied on him. Since that moment, did we hear of Chris Brown beating on any of his girlfriends after her? We've heard stories of him in other situations that have been proven untrue. But look at it. I look at pattern of behavior. I think Karrueche wanted to be a part of the industry. Karrueche wanted to be a part of the industry. She got a taste of. She wasn't famous. Listen, I'm going deep into this because I'm seeing people. You know, this is going viral. There are people who are saying, "Oh, this is good." There are people that are saying, "Well, wait a minute. You filed a 5-year restraining order on him. You are in fear of your safety." But you're at Coachella laughing it up like your old buddies. You had a 5-year restraining order on him, which I believe she got in 2017. So it would have been up after 2022 or 2023. All because she wanted to be single and date other famous men, because when they started dating, she wasn't famous. She was just a regular girl. But once she got a taste of that fame, she wanted more. She wanted to be out there on her own. She wanted to be an it girl. Not saying things wrong with that if you're breaking up with somebody, but that's why a lot of times when you bring these women into the industry, they want, you know, that's why she's pursuing acting. She even was on a show, a network show that was on for a little while. The show has since ceased. But I think that people are trying to look past the damage that she did to Chris Brown. What her allegations could have ruined his career. Again, because he had just was able to repair his career after the Rihanna situation. He gets with Karrueche, dates her. Her eyes are big because she's in the industry. She's getting hit up by all these different famous men behind the scenes. That's what I believe. And she felt like, oh, well, she didn't need Chris anymore. And she made up these lies just so he'll leave her alone so she can go out there in these streets. I'm not letting this go. See, y'all can let this go. But until she's accountable for what she did, I'm not letting this go. She accused this man of putting hands on her, pushing her downstairs, threatening her. She had a 5-year restraining order. No, I'm not letting it go. Y'all can let it go, but I'm not. Listen, you can't just do all this damage, because trust me, what she did to him still follows him to this day. When he dates women, they talk about Karrueche and that situation. But props to Chris Brown for being able to continue throughout all of her bullshit. And now you see what it really is. Karrueche has nothing going on right now. Her acting career is not going anywhere. She's peaked. She ain't got nothing going on. So she just so happens to be at Coachella in the same area as Chris. No, she's trying to link back up with Chris. Listen, if Chris wanted her, Chris could have her. If Chris Brown wanted Karrueche again, he could have her. I don't think he wants to go there. I think that when she filed the restraining order, made up those allegations, he was done with her. Let's get into this. Chris Brown used to have to stay away from Karrueche Tran for legal reasons. Now he's saying what's up to her in the desert, chatting with his ex at Coachella. The singer-songwriter was photographed chatting with the actress at the popular music festival in Indio, California, Saturday, both smiling big while taking in the show because, man, she misses Chris. She knows she don't got nothing going on. That's the smile of a woman who wants Chris, because she sees that Chris is still relevant. Chris is still making money. He's touring all over the world. He's selling out stadiums. He's because maybe by now she thought he'd be irrelevant. Well, he's not. She wants back in. And I don't think Chris wants anything to do with her like that, except for to use her to, to help his image and to show how much of a liar she was. You got to see these pics for yourself. The two stars are speaking amicably, leaving quite a bit of distance between them, with Tran even laughing at something Brown said. It seemed, no, he's keeping his distance from her. Chris and Karrueche look almost like friends in these photos, though once upon a time Tran was granted a restraining order against Brown. Let's get into some of these details. We broke the story back in the day. Tran filed for a restraining order back in 2017, claiming Brown told a few people he was going to off her, while also claiming he had punched her in her stomach twice and pushed her downstairs. Months after filing, Tran was granted a 5-year restraining order against Brown, though obviously it's now lapsed. Brown has beef with several of Tran's boyfriends since the restraining order was granted, including engaging in a high-profile feud with Migos Quavo. I think because Quavo dated her right after Chris. There was even a situation where they got into it at an award show because Quavo was dating Karrueche Tran. I told y'all, these chicks, once these chicks who've never had any fame or notoriety get in the industry and these dudes come at them, they ain't got no discipline. You know what I'm saying? They go for it. And that's what happened. Listen, she made some very horrible allegations that, again, could have ruined Chris Brown's career. Again, right? And people are so quick to forget that. But this happened in 2017. So, no, I'm not going to let this go. Men need to stand on their 10 toes and hold these women accountable. Now, Chris may not care. He's moved on. His career is still going on. But she could have ended it. All because she wanted to be in these streets. She wanted to be in those Hollywood streets, and she was willing to ruin Chris Brown's career just to do that. I bet if you were to ask Karrueche, do you regret the situation with Chris? I bet you she'd say yeah, because she was very short-sighted. She went from being a relative unknown to having all these different men hitting her up behind the scenes. And, she bit on it. You know what I'm saying? She bit the bait and tried to make Chris look like he was crazy. When in reality, I think Chris was trying to be protective of her because he knew what the industry was all about. He knew what the industry would do. You go, you break up with him, you say all these things, you get this 5-year restraining order, and now look at you. This gonna be Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez in a couple of years. When he's out of jail and he's continuing his career, this gonna be Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. I'm telling you right now. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next.